So, I was checking my comments this morning, and I've been getting a lot of messages. So, I used my big brain and started thinking. It seems to me, just because I am a male, I come from Sweden, I'm tall, I got fine hair, I'm supposed to be PewDiePie. Of course I am PewDiePie. Next meme! And also, we know now that I am rich and famous, so this means I need to make my own statues and art. But first, can your share do this? I decided to take a photograph of myself, me, my dog Edgar, and my nice Minecraft sword, and send it to my awesome friends at Titanforge and ask them to make a realistic 3D copy of this photograph. Because I wanted to make a miniature copy of myself. Full body, everything exactly as I am. If you don't know who Titanforge is, by the way, these guys are some awesome 3D miniature designers. They make fantasy figures. They make really cool figures for Dungeons and Dragons and miniature games. Some really awesome designs. They just put up a Patreon where you can go pledge a few dollars, and every month you get their latest designs to 3D print yourself and to paint or whatever you want to do. These are some awesome designs. Shout out to them for doing this for me. And then all of a sudden, they started sending me some work in progress photos, and I could tell already from the get-go, this is magical. And the finished product? It's an exact photocopy of me. It's the best one I ever saw. And those of you who have been following this channel for a while know that I have a 3D printer. But because this is such an important piece, this is a milestone for me, Squidmar Pie, to get a miniature bust. So I asked Stefan at Excellent Minis to make a true realistic copy of this, printed with the highest quality, IKEA quality. And when I finally got the miniatures, my eyes started tearing up. It was perfect. It was the best thing I ever saw. This is me. They even captured my no legs. Now, all we need to do is paint it. If this is the first time you come across somebody who paints miniatures, you need to know, before you paint your first miniature, you need to prime it. What that means is pretty much putting a base coat of paint on there so that the regular paints will stick to the miniature later. Some people think that it's just a snap that makes your base coat brighter. But this is a more realistic version of what really happened when I got the white undercoat. So before we get started, we need to bring out the wet palette. And then we're gonna start painting the face. Because I ain't got no legs. So face. No bridge, no legs, just face. So these are the colors that I'm using to paint the face. I will write down all of them in the video description if you want to purchase them. And painting the face is really the most important thing on a piece like this because it's the main focal point. So I want to start with that and just make sure that everything looks good and nice and smooth and highlighted properly. Mings bong ding dong, we put color on the skin. We now need to put the highlight in there, the skin. And maybe the Council of the Water Sheep will help me. And maybe Jörgen Smörgen. And because I'm no Da Vinci, I am not 100% certain on where to place these highlights. So always when I paint a miniature like this, I make sure to open a photograph and use it as a reference. Unfortunately, because I don't own the rights to these photos, I can't show them in the video, but just Google PewDiePie and you will find something awesome you can use as a reference. I'm doing quite rough sketches at this stage, using more contrast than I maybe normally would. So if he at this stage looks like a PewDiePie with makeup on, it's totally fine. We're going to fix that at a later stage, smoothing everything out with an airbrush. The guys who made this, PP big, okay? I have sketched out the face. It's a bit difficult to see how good it's gonna look, so we're gonna paint the other stuff. Black, sheep, Minecraft sword, yes. So just block out some colors. Hair, yes. Thumbs up, good. Okay, tack så mycket. Hej då. And these are the colors I'm using for the hair, once again in the video description. And hair is a bit different than skin, because hair is semi-transparent, so some of the light would shine through from above, and the reflections would be on the side of the head instead of the top of the head. Sketching out hair done. Time to make the headphones, okay? Moria Ploppy here with a news update. Leaving likes on this video gives extra karma. Also, PewDiePie 3D print file available in description down below. But I know that not everyone has a 3D printer, so Gloria Poppy extra big brain today. I have one extra of these I will give away to one of the commenters from this video. Just leave a nice comment, say something nice, and you have a chance to win one of these. I'll end the giveaway, let's say, 2 weeks from when this video is published. I know Edgar is a bit on the brown side, and usually just have like a brown shimmer. But I need him to be separated from the black shirt, so let's call it an artistic choice. So I paint him a bit browner than he is normally. But it's my dog, so I can decide whatever I want to do. It's okay. I have painted the beard, I've highlighted it, but it's time to go on to the most important step. And probably also the thing that I find most fun, because it just gets everything together magically. I'm using the airbrush to do something I like to call under shading. And this means that I am using the airbrush to kind of sculpt the shape of the face after I placed the highlights. And this also blends everything together to make everything just so buttery smooth. I'm using an orange ink from Green Stuff Worlds to start with, and this makes the pale skin kind of look a bit more alive. And I'm thinning down the inks a lot and just add this very carefully so I don't overdo it. And when the first layers of orange is done, I add some magenta ink as well. This one is also from Green Stuff World, but honestly, all brands work. In the name of IKEA and all that is holy, every time I'm going out to war, I need to stand by a campfire and do a heroic pose. So, of course, we can't leave the shirt just black, we need to make sure that it looks like there's fire. And if you want to learn more about how to make this fiery effect, I've got a whole video dedicated to just learn how to do that. I will link it up in the corner as well. We're getting really close to done. I don't think it's very interesting to see me add like 2,000 different details. So I'm gonna speed through this process, just show you the grand scheme of how I do things, and then stick around. It's done, it's finally done. It's been so many weeks since I sent the first reference photo to Titan Forge, and it's been such a fun process. And before the great reveal, listen to the real PewDiePie and do what he says.
Smash like on this video.
Thanks again, Titan Forge, for being so awesome, being part of this collaboration. Guys, don't forget to check out their Patreon in the description down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you like this video. Secondly, as Smoria Ploppy said in the interruption, I put links to the 3D print files for these if you want to print one yourself and paint. And also I left photos of my finished one up there, so if you want to make some memes or whatever you may want to do with the photos, I don't know, feel free to download them there. And if you want to share this video with anyone, friends, PewDiePie, feel free to do that. This really helps me spread the joy of hobby, miniature painting, wargaming, etc. And a massive shout out to my Patreon supporters. It's up to, I think, 165 now, who support this channel, giving a few dollars every month. All of those get access to a super nice Discord channel where I hang every day. It's super active. We chat about life, miniature painting, war games, hobby. So doing like all of these Patreon supporters, pledging a few dollars really helps me just do this every week, and I'm super grateful for it. I can also imagine a lot of people watching this video are probably new to this hobby, and you might have a lot of questions to what paints to use, what brushes to use, what's an airbrush. I have all of that on my website, squidmar.com. On that website, I also link all of these tools, the paints, the accessories. So if you want to buy some stuff, you can use those links, and also Amazon kicks back some money to this channel. So it's really a win-win, great way now that Christmas is coming up to get a new hobby. So with that said, guys, I hope you have a great Christmas. I hope I will be able to put out a new video before the year ends. If not, I wish you a happy new year as well, and just have a great day. Bye. Ooh, I almost forgot to credit my top Patreon supporters, Albin Ostrom and Evan Weston. Thank you guys.